This is a review for your test on equations and inequalities. Number 1, which solution satisfies the model below? Here's 3x, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 3x equals 9. Since this is a multiplication, 3 times x equals 9, we are going to divide the inverse of multiplication, and we're going to divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is just going to give me x. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So my answer is x equals 3. Number 2, which equation is true when x equals 3? I'm just going to go in here and substitute x for 3. So 8 times 3 equals 28. I know 8 times 3 equals 24. And 24 does not equal 28, so I know it's not 8. 3 minus 19 equals 16. Well, I know this is going to be a negative number, and 16 is not negative, because 3 minus 19 is actually negative 13. No, negative 16. So it's not B. 28 plus 3 equals 25. 28 plus 3 equals 31. So I know it's not C. So 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So my answer is D. Determine if the given values makes the equation or inequality true. Answer each question with a true or false. So I'm going to substitute here, number 1. Number 3 tells me x is 18. So I'm going to substitute 6 times 18. I'm putting 18 in the place of x equals 108. 16 times 18 is 108. So 108 equals 108. So this is true. So here they're telling me x is 110. 110 minus 19 is less than or equal to 81. 110 minus 19 10 minus 9, 10 minus 1 is 91. Is 91 less than or equal to 81? No, this is false. $18 plus 6 is greater than 24. 18 plus 6 is 24. Is 24 greater than 24? This is false. Number 6 through 11. Solve each question to find the value of the variable. Since this is a multiplication problem, I am going to divide. I'm dividing each side by 2.1. So this is 23.1 divided by 2.1. 23.1 divided by 2.1. I'm going to remember my division rules with decimals. I move my decimal over once here to make the divisor a whole number. I have to move it over once here and then bring it straight up in the quotient. 21 will go into 23 one time. 1 times 21 is 21. 3 minus 1 is 2. I'm going to bring my other one down. 21 will go into 21 one time. So my x is 11. This one I have addition. The inverse to addition is subtraction. So minus 54. Remember, it is the same thing as adding a negative. 76 minus 54. 6 minus 4 is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. 22. I'm just putting a line down so it helps me separate it. Remember, you're always trying to isolate the x. Whatever is with the x, you are getting it away from the x. I have a 12 with an x. So I'm going to subtract 12, or I'm adding a negative 12. That's our zero pairs. If I add a negative 12 to this side, I add a negative 12 to this side. 45 plus negative 12. 5 plus 2 is 7. 4 plus 1 is 5. They're both negative, so it stays a negative. X equals 57. Negative 57. Number 9. X minus 10 and 6/10 equals 16 and 9/10. I'm going to add 10.6 on this side, add 10.6 on this side. That's my zero pairs. So 16.9 plus 10.6. Bring my decimal straight down. 9 plus 6 is 15. 1 plus 6 plus 0 is 7. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I get 27.5. So number 10, x divided by 12. This is division. The inverse to division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 12. So 12 times 7.5 . 5 times 2 is 10. 0, carry my 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 1 is 6. I put 7 as a placeholder. 7 times 2 is 14. Carry my 1. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 1 is 8. 0. 6 plus 4 is 10. Carry my 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. But here, it's not 900. You have to be careful. How many numbers are after the decimal? Just one number. So I have one number after my decimal here. Making this x equals 90. Number 11. This is multiplication. And remember, we're trying to isolate the x. So what is with the x? I'm going to divide both sides by 12. So here, cancel those out. Negative 144 divided by 12. If I know my multiplication, I know 144 divided by 12 is going to be negative 12. So determine for each if 8 is part of the solution set. If k equals 8. Okay, so 5 times 8 less than 39. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 is less than 39. 40 is not less than 9, so that cannot be as part of solution. 8 cannot be one of your answer choices. So this is going to be 8 divided by 2 is greater than or equal to 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Is 4 greater than or equal to 4? That is possible because this, remember, this is equal to. So this could be an answer. 8 minus 6 is greater than 2. 8 minus 6 is 2. Is 2 greater than 2? No. So that could not be a solution. So here, graph each inequality on the given number line. Here's 6, 7, 8, 5, 4. I'm just going to go ahead and label my number line. I know it's going to be a closed circle on 6. So I'm going to do a closed circle, meaning shade the circle in. And let's check each side. Is 5 greater than or equal to 6? No, so let's check the other side. Is 7 greater than or equal to 6? Yes, so I'm shading this side in. Because all of these answer choices, all these numbers could be an answer going this way. I'm going to label my number line. $15.5, that is right in the middle of 15 and 16, and it's going to be an open circle, plus 15.5 is not included. So 15.5 greater than 14. That is true. So I am going to shade in this side. So looking at this one, it is negative numbers. When you have negative, you need to be careful because the way the number line goes, it starts at 0 and it counts from 0 going to the left. And so it's going to, this is a closed circle on 3. And the bigger side pointing to is always going with the bigger number. And I know as we go this way on a number line, we get less. As you go, you get smaller. So I need smaller numbers. So I am going to shade in this way. If you're not sure, you can go ahead and put a positive number on here. Is 1 less than or negative 3? I know that's not true, so I know I'm not shading in toward the positive side. Write inequality to describe each number below. I know I'm going to get a variable, and my number is between 4 and 6, so it's 5. I know 5 is the smaller number, so x has to be bigger, so I am going to use a greater than sign. So here I'm using a 10, an x, and a 10. X is my biggest number because it shows this. X is the biggest number, and it can be equal to. Number 20. So now we're going to start solving them. Solve and graph your solution. With this one, I'm going to divide both sides by 7. Not a equal sign. X, the sign stays the same. 77 divided by 7 is 11. I'm going to use an open circle, and the bigger side is pointing to the 11, so I know all my numbers have to be smaller than 11. And you can check. Is 10 less than 11? Yeah. This is a division. The inverse to division is multiplication. So 6. Multiply 6 on both sides. And I am using an inequality, keeping the inequality sign the same. 8 times 6 is 48. I'm using a closed circle on 48 because it's including 48. And x has to be bigger than 48, so I am shading in this side. Because I can check it over here. 49 is greater than or equal to 48. That is true. Add 14 on both sides. $45 plus 14, 59. I'm using a closed circle on 59. So, and I can check. Is 58 less than or equal to 59? Yes. And remember, the bigger the side is pointing to the bigger number. So I'm going to shade in this side. Subtract 12 and subtract 12 to solve this. 29 minus 12. Nine minus 2 is 7. 2 minus 1 is 1. So I get 17. Open circle on 17. And I need numbers bigger than 17. One thing that's not on here that I want you to remember, if you are multiplying or dividing by a negative number, you flip the sign. So here, I am going to divide by a negative number because this is multiplying. I'm going to automatically go down here and flip it. Now I'm going to divide by a negative 3 on both sides. X, 18 divided by negative 3 is negative 6.